Who is it?
Hey, dude,
Vinny!
are you there?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude, I don't
man?
have a scary story, man.
I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You weren't.
Oh!
You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people.
So it's got to be, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Look at this. Here we go. Let's see. I put the chat room in there just to see, what it would look like. And I'm not sure. Maybe that's the reason it's slowing down. You know? I've never had this happen before. Not once. Internet. I've been having internet issues for months, and it's finally gotten to the point. Well, let me check right now. I'm gonna go to Spectrum. Isn't that cool? I like the thing right there. Up when we share stuff, though. How's it going? Is it working for you guys? Let's see. Checking status. Your internet has a connection issue. Says it. And then I tried troubleshooting it yesterday, and all it did was spin around. Terrible. I'm gonna turn off this chat room and see what happens. It's pretty cool. Now, let's see if this makes it better. I don't know. There we go. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of interesting that we could do that. I'm not sure we need it, but for people who like seeing a chat room on this version, while you're in the, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, and I don't know what to do, but if it's working now, that's cool. Let's see. I don't know if it's working. You guys doing okay? Lagging? Some people are good, some are lagging. That's how it's gonna be, I think. God dang it. I'll get it fixed Monday or Tuesday. Monday, probably Monday, though. I'll get new equipment. So we'll get started. If it gets bad, we could always do something never. Because I do have another show later tonight for RSA, so we need this stuff to be working. Here we go again. Every time the sun is still up, we have internet issues. Well, we have the camera issue. Come on. Come to Poppy. Come on. Come on. George! Shh. It's okay. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Come on. There it is. Miayo kanaya shikaya pataya kanoya. Ay moya nanana mariata na santantana maria. Kunche pa. Kunche pe. Kunche mama mia. Who's here tonight? Because we're going to talk about some things. I don't think you're going to like it. UFOs in your neighborhood. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to report it? Huh? You going to be a crazy neighbor? What kind of neighborhood do you live in? If you reported it, would your friends not talk to you anymore, even though they saw it? And what if nobody's seen it? Just you and your husband. And now you're in bed. You want to tell people, and you do. And you tell your neighbors, the screens, you used to play canasta with them, but now you're talking about a light. Now, guess what? They saw it too, but they're going to deny it, say you're crazy, and tell everybody else you're nuts. That's what happens. What kind of neighborhood do you live in? Interesting, right? What would your neighbors do? Would they help you? Would they think you're crazy? Would you think they're crazy? It all depends on your neighbor's history, right? Who are they? What do they do? Are they crazy? Are they out there every night going, they're coming to get me, hee hee, ha ha, ho ho, oh no, right? Is it that? Do you have that neighbor? Or do you have the neighbor who just like me? Oh, right? You don't know what he's doing. I think he's looking in at us, Margaret. What kind of neighborhood do you live in? Call the police. He's looking at the sky all night. I've had the police called on me for sky watching. Yeah, 3 times. One of them was outside in front of my house when I first moved there. The second one was on the top of a parking structure where I had permission to be there. Private property, yes. I worked there, but they kicked me off. And the third was at a movie theater in the middle of the night. Oh, sir, you know, this is a private movie theater's still open. Well, the last show's got, well, until that last show gets out, get out of here. So you just can't record on this property, understand? But there's something in the sky. We need Bellevue. You know? You don't say it. But I did. All right. Who's here? Who is here? Who's making an appearance? KL, what do you say there? Kelly Lewis, how are you? Welcome to this show. Who's this? Arizona Mesa Town Benny. I could have used you years ago when I lived in Arizona. Yeah, you know. I'm joking. I used to do the AZ Skywatcher show or the AZ UFO show. So welcome, AZ Mesa Town Benny. Sounds familiar. I don't know why. Are you in the auditing community as well? Welcome to this show. JC Hale, there you is. Thank you for the comments on RSA, by the way. And thanks for watching, everybody else. And, you know, I appreciate the support. Kind of going back and forth. We're getting more subscribers to GUFON. You want to see something interesting? You want to see something I haven't seen 15 months since last January? Let me see if I can pull it up. I think I can. Here it is. I think, yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Let me show you. You're going to love this. This is something I haven't seen. And I think it has to do with RSA. We got 1 new subscriber in the last 28 days. It's amazing. Yay. You know, the views used to be at 65,000 a month. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I thought this was at 97 the other night. It's at 57. I thought we got 40. I was like, whoa. That's when I said, I think we only need a couple more. But yeah, this used to be way less until RSA started picking up. And look at us. We're coming back, folks. And this is no longer red. It is now gray. Over here, some other stuff I can't show you. But other than that, there you go. You know, we used to be at 14,118, I think. Yeah. And then we lost 260, something like that. We're coming back, babe. I told you. I predicted everything that's happening almost perfectly last year when I said, hey, I'm going to start this other channel. I think it'll help us, everybody, and it is. So, yeah, thanks for everybody for sticking through, those bad times when I was in the hospital, like 12, 13 times in the last year and a half, 2 years. And I didn't do a show for a week, but you guys would come back and then I do it. I never missed a show. It would be so rare for me to miss a show. Now all of a sudden I'm missing a lot. Now all of a sudden we're on time. We're trying to make the effort as professional. We're trying to bring this back. So I thank you all. I had to say that. And I really mean it. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, keeping the core together, everybody. Flubber Lane stayed. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Jeanette, she came around a few years ago. Gangbusters ever since. She even put a halo around GUFON. It may be because of Jeanette. It could be. It could be everything. It's all of us. Sky Allen, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Cindy Krause, welcome to the show. Samo is unbelievable. You guys, Samo and Marcel. Yeah, two of the nicest people I could ever have as main mods. Main mod men. You're the 3Ms, main mod men. Or MMB, main mod boys. Dudes, MMD, MMB, bros. I like the 3Ms, triple M's. Main mod men. Mad men. Mad men. It's already taken. All right, let's get to work. So, here we go. The UFO community. I don't know. It's really weird right now. This is the strangest I've ever seen ufology. Like, I don't, for me, for you, I don't know. I'm, 21 years now in this field, April 14th. This year will be 21 years in April 14th, 15th, really. 14th when I saw the first, second, then on the 15th, saw it again. That's when I went and dove in for research. Haven't stopped since. And when I first got in this field, it was like, oh man, look at all these fakes. Yeah, I figured that would happen. There'd be a lot of things people are making claims about. I didn't just automatically create a YouTube channel. No. We came in, I was on the outside in 2004, and I met Brian Vike of HBCC UFO, Canadian, very popular UFO channel that has since been bought by Bigelow. Remember when he did that and he bought all the websites, UFO website channels, made offers to people, and he got all the private information. Remember he did it to MUFON? Remember that? What was that, 5 years ago? So he did, and it's nothing has really changed other than the drones. Like, Brian would say, oh yeah, just send me anything you got. I'll go ahead and look at it. And next thing I know, my God, I got 2,000 views in an hour already. Jesus, man. What am I seeing? There were dots in the distance. Maybe planes. I think they were. I'm not sure. But I was getting, nobody vetted me that I know of. Brian didn't vet me. And when I talked to Peter Davenport, he didn't vet me when I sent him some videos, some stuff that he posted. Yeah, from National UFO Reporting Center. And also people who are gone now, like Jerry Pippin, who's dead. The stuff used to go on Jerry Pippin's website, and we'd always trade information. And Jerry, I met Jerry, came out and did a Skywatch with me and this guy, Rob Krakowski. It was really fun. What a guy. He's passed on, but he really gave a shit. I miss that, you know, going out there with people who want to do the right thing. Jerry Pippin was a really good guy. He didn't get enough credit, even though he was a little more believed too much, but he didn't believe everything. And if you can convince him, he'll buy into it if you can prove it one way or the other. But I miss that. I miss how simple it seemed back then, because now everybody everybody's got the next best thing. Disclosure is happening. This is never stopped. Disclosure is going to happen within a year or two. As soon as I got in this field, Greer was talking that nonsense. You know, we should have disclosure within 5 years. And I'm like, no, I wish. With the drones, the addition to these drones, everything's done. It's done for me. It's so hard to trust anything. You know, we watched the third phase of moon videos, and you know, they get videos from people all around the world, and they post the best that they could find. Some of them balloony, some of them look man-made, but you know, in like be kite, can be drones, but we don't know. But what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Now, somebody brought it up. I can't remember if it was Ben or Samo, one of you guys out there, who said, or Metalhead, maybe it was Hellfire Studios, somebody like this, said, hey, false flag, alien invasion. Have you thought about that? Remember that? I'm like, oh my God, that's right. Maybe this is the false flag, or beginning of the false flag invasion. I didn't say alien invasion, but it kind of feels like it, right? But nobody's talking alien. They're saying UAP drones UAP. Nobody's talking alien. So when that happens, then it's another change. When they start talking aliens, because, you know, we talk about them, but we don't talk about them like, hey, man, did you hear Graves? Ryan Graves said he was abducted and in his jet. A story like that could trigger many other pilots, many other people of high security, high level, very smart people, whatever, that have this type of clearance, this type of degree, this type of IQ. People are going to start coming out and saying, I was taken in my car. I was taken in my boat. I was taken flying my drone. I was taken while I was asleep. I was taken. What the hell? Michael Jackson. It was just me on the cruise ship. Stop it. Tito, give me some tissues. Jermaine, stop teasing. Remember Eddie Murphy? Yeah, never mind. I gotta have a sip-be-doo before it gets too warm to do. I'm sorry, it's rude.
And that's what changed me, because before I had no, I didn't believe in UFOs. I never even looked into it, just even cursory. Never saw anything, in my life. And so that was really, for me, it was an event. And I didn't actually do anything for 6 months. I kind of around for like a week. And I was just like, I'd be waiting to pick up my kids at school and just like,
Yeah, that's exactly what the feeling was just this.
Did you hear what he just said? Can the guy lie anymore?
That was really, for me, it was an event.
Listen.
And I didn't actually do anything for 6 months. I kind of walked around for like a week.
I didn't do anything for 6 months. I kind of walked around for a week. And then he doesn't mention the 6 months.
And I was just like, I'd be waiting to pick up my kids
Was
at
it
school.
6 months? Was it a week? Are you sure? Are you sure what you saw? Are you making this up? Because I feel like he's making it up.
I'm just like,
Yeah, that's exactly what the feeling was just
So
this
it's just-
all pervasive, almost, it wasn't doom, but it was that everything that I thought I knew was not right. That's
Yeah.
how it was. I mean, that's a pretty significant shift.
Yeah, I totally agree. Does everyone have this? I wrote this down. Do you think everyone will have this? And does it have to be a shock, or can it be a gradual change?
Okay, yeah, that's a great question.
So I'm assuming they're talking about having an experience with some ship or UFO or alien. And they're talking like, hey, does that happen to everybody where they're like, they have this wow moment where they feel surreal, like this isn't reality. And then they're like, oh, yeah, this is reality. And then they feel like they're getting a look like behind that fourth wall, like who's running the show. It's a really cool feeling. It does change you when you have that aha moment, like, I know for sure there's something else out there, whether it's an alien or an entity or a speaking universe, whatever the magic is behind the curtain. That's the experience they're talking about here. And is it gradual? Yeah, it's everything for everybody in all different shapes and sizes. Some people get abducted in their sleep, never remember a thing. 20 years later, they hit their head or have a dream and they're, holy shit, I was abducted when I was 18. And then they remember and stuff comes back. Sometimes it never comes back. Yeah. Sometimes it's gradual. Sometimes the aha moment. Man, it's a weird feeling. For me, I was mad because I didn't have any proof and I wanted to stay. I didn't want to stay here. In my experience, that I don't know what happened. I talked about this before when I was 36 or 7. I was just fed up with everything. I just wanted out, okay? For lack of a better word. I wanted out. And I really did. I mean, really wanted out. And I thought of many ways. And then it's not because I want to know what's on the other side. It's just that, honestly, what have I done in the last 21 years? Have I changed anybody? Have I made a mark? Have I done anything significant? Am I doing the insane thing, thinking this is going to change if I keep doing it? That's insanity if it doesn't change. Yeah. And I think I was given a look-see just to shut me up. You want to know what it looked like? You want to know? Here, dream. Oh, that is so weird. Okay. It held me over. I'm okay now. I'm serious. When I thought I saw the glimpse, into the other side, because I think I died in my sleep one night. I don't want to get into it. Maybe I'll do it on a members show. I'll explain how when I was a kid, I'd get these chest pains that were so bad. And everybody just thought, growing pains. Holy shit, no. But anyway, I think I'm gonna die of a massive heart attack. I'll be that's it. And that's it. That's how I am going out. However, I got a glimpse, I think. Whatever experience I encountered, whatever happened, it happened. And I believed it. And it felt real. So this is the experience. It for me took a very long time to maybe believe that this was actually happening, and could it happen? And you know, everybody's like 90% of you out there saying, of course it happened. You were abducted. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I know. It felt that real. You know, all these experiences seem that real. But so do my dreams. So yeah. Mm. Mm. And the weird thing is, when I have glimpses of the beings, they're always the same being, just, you know, a different one. They always got the big head, the skin that kind of looks translucent, like you could see the veins and you could see the workings of their internal organs through their skin. And when the light from this laser beam was going right by up into the arm of the alien, it lit it up and I was able to see that shit. Like, why? Why would I be able to see the internal organ? Just barely, but everything happened like that. But look at all I remembered. It's weird, right? Like, it feels like a 5-minute experience. It happened like this. Oh my God. Hey, wow, it's gone. That's it. That's what happened. Right? I'm sitting there, pain in the ear. What's that? What's that? Oh, look, my wife, the dog, what's that back? Oh, it's gone. That was it. But I remembered all this. It's weird how life is. How does the brain work like that? I don't know. But it's like being in a car accident. And, you know, you hear people say it all the time. Everything just slowed down. It's like it's slow motion. It's true. It's what it feels like. Weird how that happens. But it's different for everybody. You guys have to have the personal experience and make it your own. And whether you believe it or not, you know, that's something you're going to have to deal with. And whether you believe other people or, see, when I listen to everybody else talk, I'm looking for similar things that I've experienced that I really don't talk about. I may have glanced over it once, but it's something I don't want to say too often because I don't want people to lie when, oh yeah, I saw this and it had this glowing skin, and you know, I don't want them to say what I said, so they're lying just to say, hey, just like you, I saw the same thing. No, I don't want that fakeness. And I'll know. I may throw in a lie just to see. No, I don't want to do that. But anyway, I'm not Lou Elizondo. But what did Chris Leto just say here? Did he have an experience? Or what did he see? Did he get abducted? Well, I don't even know if I paid attention.
That's what changed me, because before I had no, you know, I didn't believe in UFOs at all. I never even looked into it, just even cursory. Never saw anything, you know, in my life. And so that was really, for me, was an event. And I didn't actually do anything for 6 months. I kind of walked around for like a week. And I was just like, you know, I'd be waiting to pick up my kids at school and just like, you know.
Yeah,
and,
that's exactly what the feeling was just
was
this
interesting.
all pervasive, almost, it wasn't doom, but it was that everything that I thought I knew was not right.
It makes you mad because now you want to know
That's what
all.
it was, you know. I mean, that's a pretty
Cool.
significant shift.
That's cool. But I don't trust him. I believe this guy. I believe Leto more than Ryan Graves or David Fravor for some reason. Leto seems like a good guy. As you know, there was that massive earthquake, the 7.7 in where was it? Here, Mandalay, in the Mandalay region. You got to see this video. Oh my God, let me pull it up. The ground opened up like Hades was. Is that it? Hades? Excuse me, I am expunging. Go. Look at this. That is enormous. Look, that's like 20 feet, right? That's about 10 right there. It's like 20 feet down. 2 stories. A couple stories, maybe story and a half. Dude, look at how long it goes on. Oh my God. Wow. You know, walking right there, give way. Oh, look, that's where the road. Oh, that's a guy. I was going to say nice fish. Wow, look at that. It looks like there was a flood and it unearthed everything. The earth literally cracked open and showed itself. God dang. What? Wow. That has to be the epicenter. Dude, that's crazy. Oh, I forgot. Hey, if you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, which is GUFON, you know what to do. All the links are in the show description and on the homepage. GUFON. All right, I want to show you some video of that skyscraper that was sloshing the pool water around. Remember that? And then the crane fell. And here's another angle. Very scary when that guy fell off. Poor guy. I'd hate to be the family to watch their brother, husband, father falling like that. Oh, the agony. Such is life. Wow, it's like a Jason movie. When he blew up the pool from underneath, made the whirlpool and it sucked in his body. Wow! God, this is amazing! That's the building that fell. Look at this. Straight down on its own. Oh, all those people. 2,000 people died, so. Look at that. Can you imagine? God. Everybody remembers 9/11. Oh, that sucked. Wow, look at this! No way! Get out of there! Wow! Oh, that poor guy. Can we see him? Oh, that's not the one. Okay, that was another one. Damn. Whew. Hey, Nostradamus, what do you think? Maybe you got it right? Is this the beginning of the end days? That 7.7 could have triggered, oh my, like a rubber band snapping back. You know, now another piece of the earth feels that, and it's like, oh, I think I can move. Boing! And then it springs into action, and next thing you know, That's why the earth is made a special way. If you ever notice how the earth is made, it's brilliant design to have all of this stuff on it. And yet we live on the soil basically, and it's kind of like a shock absorber, you know? It is. It really is. You go along for the ride. Yeah, it's going to crack open here and there, wherever that stress point is. But yeah, I mean, the topsoil literally turns into liquid sometimes, right? From the shaking. What do they call that? Vitrification or gentrification? What is it when it turns into liquid? Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my God. What a planet. It really is amazing. I love this earth. I just want to hug it. I do. All right. So Tupacabra on X is the gentleman who makes these cool videos with AI, with all people from ufology. You know, Ross. All right. And then he just did Ashton. So here's another one. And he types out in the title, what if Studio Ghibli, Ghibli, directed the movie Arrival? He says, I smoked 10 blunts in 15 hours, remaking the entire trailer for absolutely no reason, in a cartoonish kind of way. I am super interested to see this. I want to see the 10 blunts. Here we go. The movie Arrival by Tupacabra. The trailer. Yep.
There are days that define your story beyond your life. Like the day they arrived.
What called first contact. The objects measure it.
I'm Colonel G.T. Weber from Army Intelligence. Thanks. You're at the top of everyone's list when it comes to translations. Priority 1. Juan, where are they from? You'll be reporting to me, but you'll be working when you're in the show.
That's what they call in the UFO.
Who's being carted in the medevac?
I'm not as wired for what you're about to do.
So what is it? You'll see soon enough.
I feel like I might get a copyright claim somewhere now. Movie. I'm a little scared. So I'm just going to do this. No. What happens? Pretty cool how he did this. Yep. And time is happening all the same time as the future. Control the future by knowing the future. Arrival in theaters? No. Pretty cool. I wasn't thinking. I shouldn't have played that more than 5 seconds. Shit. Because the music, that's going to get me you can't play Hans Grimbler, whatever that guy is who made that soundtrack. Humber. I'm still going to do the Egyptian show. I'm still going to do it because I think I need to. So, I don't know. It's fun. That's why. All right. Russia and China have their own retrieval teams of non-human intelligence. And they have their own technologies reverse engineered, according to this army dude. I don't know. I can't remember who this is. This is from American Alchemy on X. Check it.
Capitol Hill. One of the things that was brought up by a particular gentleman who knows of what's...
It's lagging. I know. We know. It's been like that since we started. I'm sorry, fellas. Yeah, some people are getting a big lag. Nothing I can do, my peeps. It is. I got to get it fixed on Monday. It's bad, I know. If the video is bad and the audio is good, then just, listen. That's all I can tell you for tonight. You want to hear something really weird? Hold on. Let me see. You want to hear something really weird? Now, it's working well on my end. What's this? What does this guy say? Richie Gray, show me PS. What is PS? We can't see. You've been drinking for the shows that this is only humor. Don't take right as the truth. Will like a big guy. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what that means, Richie Gray. Show me PS. What is postscript? Is that what you mean? We can't. And yeah, this is my dinner. This is my after workout drink. I don't drink alcohol. Let's just get that straight for those who are listening. That this is only humor. No way, man. I'm just trying to be funny because that's what I do. And you know what's funny? These stories we hear from people, is that what you mean? Don't take right as the truth. Well, like a big guy. I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate the comment. I do. I appreciate you, and your name's Richie, so. Oh, hey, what? I haven't even been reading the chat. I don't read it that much. But go watch, man. Yeah, I'm all about watching sports, brother. And believe me, I'm gonna right after this. Yeah. And then tomorrow I'll watch the MMA, the UFC that's on right now, because it automatically records it for me. All right. So we have a poll in the chat. And the poll is, have you seen any of the drone UAPs over your neighborhood or within line of sight? So we'll come back to that to see. It only looks like there's 30 votes, 25, 30. Yeah. All right, let me play this for you.
I had an interesting meeting on Capitol Hill, and one of the things that was brought up by a particular gentleman who knows of what's going on, I'm not going to say who he is, what he was able to figure out and provide us during the meeting was Russia and China have their own teams of non-human intelligence, have their own technologies, reverse engineered, and pretty much on par with what we're doing.
So Russia, hi Ms. DJ, hey Nathan, hey Dan Peters. So I forgot what I was going to say. See, this is why I can't read the chat room. I was just reading what Dan Peters said. If cackling it, Scambian hard to believe they were friendly. What's this? Glenn Collins. How you doing, buddy? Glenn Collins commented, says there's going to be a giant wooden box dropped off in the middle of Florida and thousands of millions of people's lives are going to be taken from this earth. And it's all man's doing to the people. Take care. I didn't notice, but there's 23 million people in Florida, right? That's a lot of people. I don't know. I'm a simpleton too, aren't I? I'm not doing anything magical over here. I'm not putting together detailed debunking reports. I just report what I see, what I want to talk about, and what I think is kind of important to ufology in general. I'm not sure. Who do you mean? You mean Scambian? Scambian does his work, but it's just not accurate. And he steals other people's claims and ideas and makes them his own. I know this because I've seen it. And not only that, certain people have told me behind closed doors. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, you know. And if it wasn't true, I wouldn't even say it. But it seems to be. But I don't even know why I just don't think about those people anymore. It's like a whole world that didn't exist. It's very strange. You know, I've been so busy with other stuff, I don't even think about anything like that, which is good. It's nice to get away from it all. You know, but it was fun while it happened. I don't mind banter, you know, people infighting as long as there's some way to learn something from it all, because that's the beauty of free speech. And a lot of people who we argue with, one of us is wrong. right? One of us would be wrong when you have an argument, when you have a debate. Only one of you can be right. He never proved anything right. He just said it. Typical leftist reality. You just say you're a man or a woman and you become one. He did the same thing. If it's a laser pointer and not a pen because he said it's a laser pointer, without seeing it turn on, without knowing anything about what was in my hand, as long as he says it, it makes it so. That's the debunking he does. With a little bit of, who shot John and half-baked evidence. Which is why I don't know if this is true, but it might be why David Wilcox is suing him? Well, I don't know. Somebody maybe. I don't know. That's just what I heard. I'm not sure if that's even true. But you got to be accurate or it's slander. And he just couldn't debunk third phase of moon. Neither could Ollie. And I don't know why we're talking about this. But it's just memory lane. Just, sometimes, it's like, why even bother? All right. Well, I don't even know. What is this guy saying?
We're doing, and it's to the point to we, as in the United States asset, deal with this, have gentleman's agreement with both countries to say if we target and shoot down NHI, the team gets there first, gets the prize. Whoever gets there second has to wave off. This person's a pretty the government.
Wait a minute. Does that seem fair? Something falls out of the sky, lands in Kansas, right in the middle of the United States. Russia, China can come over and try to grab it. And if they get there first, they can have it. No. We don't. Do we go to Russia and China and go pick up reverse? What am I saying? Do we pick up crashed craft in those countries? That's what I think he just said. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's true.
Par with what we're doing, and it's to the point to where we, as in the United States assets that deal with this, have gentleman's agreement with both countries to say if we target and shoot down NHI, whatever team gets there first gets the prize.
That's stupid. If we target and shoot down NHI, UFO, whoever gets there first? No! It's the people who made the effort to shoot it down should have first dibs. Handshake deal. Get out.
Whatever team gets there second has to wave off.
Bullshit.
And this person's a pretty high place in the government.
I don't believe it.
So the fact that was established because of the theory, I was like, we can't be.
I'm telling you, if Russia shot down a UFO that they found and tracked, and then we tracked it, but America, and then we just scoop it up because we just happen to be here, that, bullshit. So let me ask you guys this then. Are they falling out of the sky in such frequency that there really is a thing where they get dibs on who gets there first? I mean, how many of these things are falling out of the sky? You got to have a race? Jesus. It's not like meteors. I could see if they were doing it with meteorites or asteroids, whatever the frig. They're meteorites when they hit the ground, actually. Yeah, I could see them doing that, but not with UFOs. I guess it is a game. I guess it could be fun. So what is the frequency? Every day. For 2 years? Yeah. So It makes me think that this drone show that we're seeing isn't really something that just started up. It makes me think this has been going on for decades. But now they've brought it to neighborhoods. Now they've brought it here. Yeah, right? It's not just over the plain desert or high in the sky where we can barely make it out. Oh no, they're coming right up and getting in there. They're getting close. They're going right in the bushes, picking up cows and taking names. Huh?
Be the only people that have this in this country. But it's not even just these countries, it's this organization which is transnational. They just happen to exist in other countries that are doing the same stuff we do here.
Do you think that this could bring us together? I mean, you have rumors of like, Reagan and Gorbachev. This isn't even a rumor. Mikhail Gorbachev says in an interview with Charlie Rose that he was sitting with Reagan at a UN event or something, and Reagan, whispers over his ear. He says,
If the United States were attacked by someone from outer space, would you help us?
Fuck yeah.
I said, no doubt about it. He said, we too.
And so, do you think there's any hope of this not being this sort of game theory dynamic, but actually sort of, creating?
Hence Independence Day, my peeps. What do you think happened? One world order. It's going to take an alien invasion to make that shit happen. It's going to take something of a catastrophic disclosure. That's the only way. Because it's got to be shock and awe. Because if they just come in and sneak in and have conversations behind closed doors, and then we find out they've been doing it for 3 months, but they didn't tell anybody because they wanted to make sure of the intent of the aliens, which they would understand that. But we wouldn't. We'd be like, you mean for 6 months, whatever it is, you've known? And you just walk around like nothing's happened? We'd be pissed. As long as everything worked out okay, right? I mean, we'd be fine. As long as everything worked out, because at that point, we are going to forget everything that happened up until that point. The aliens come here, and then that day when it's announced that they're here, everything changes. Everything will change. It's such a big change. It's not like, a city got swallowed up by a tsunami or, some disaster, a meteor hit it and, 100,000 people wiped out. No, it's not that at all. This is something unknown, very scary. They will be powerful beings. In my reality, these aliens will have that intelligence. They'll be old. They'll be able to live 1,000 years maybe. Just like Yoda. 900 years, you be. 900 years, you be. And see how your penis works. You got a penis? Hey! Yeah, well, kinda. Yoda. Leave me alone. Penis broke it is. Used to do porn with Jabba. Say what? Joking I am. This is not the droids you are looking for. This is GUFON? Yes. Let us pass. These are not the droids you're looking for. Pita la tushka. Puta la quicho. I gotta show you this. It's a good one. It's a good sighting. I don't want you to get mad, though. I don't want you to get mad. This one here. Oh, what did I do? It says UFO fast accelerating over Hokuto City, Yamanashi. No, Hokuto City, Yamanashi in Japan. on August 11th, 2016? Anyone seen this before and know if it was debunked or not? All right, I don't know, but that's the question they're asking, if this is real. I don't know. I haven't looked at yet. Ready? In 3, 2, a goo. It's going. See the clouds moving from right to left. There goes the object, starting to move, a little slow, picking up speed. There it goes, Mach 1, 2. Fake. Fake. Come on. Oh, those are supposed to be the break of the sound barrier in quick succession. See that? Watch it again at half speed. Like we couldn't see it at normal speed. Whoosh. It's moving. Wow. Yeah. Do it in 1/3 speed. I can't. I'm being rejected tonight. All right. Hey, if you guys want to help support this, you know what to do. You know what to do. You do know what to do. Did you hear today there was a possible assassination attempt on Putin's life? So Trump and Putin do got a lot in common. A limousine linked to Vladimir Putin's motorcade violently detonated and burst into flames on the street of Moscow, fueling suspicions of a targeted assassination plot. Wow. You know they're going to find out who did it. Putin. You know, he's kind of like Hitler light, if you know what I mean. Piss him off and he finds out, say goodbye to your head. He may do it in public just to send a message. Check it out. In 3, 2, a goo. One of Vladimir Putin's limousines exploded and caught fire in Moscow as the terror orders sewers and search for him to pat down. Norris limousine from Putin's official car fleet blew up in a huge blast north of Moscow. Wow, this is nuts, guys. Footage shows the fire which started in the engine of 275,000 horse set it spread to the interior of the vehicle. Get away from the engine. It's hot down there. Out first, Jesus. Right? Like, put some ice water on that thing. They do things so weird in Russia. Like, people just walk up wearing a suit and tie. Workers from nearby restaurants, bar, pouring the street down before the fire service. Footage. Federal Protection Service. What to do? If this guy's got the detonator, he's got the detonator. That very good thing. Sewer. On boom. Little boys use condoms. Sir, I'm only 8. Excuse me? You look more than 6. That's the Russian army. You're allowed to go to the Russian army when you have 2 circles, when you're a snowman at 8 years old. Isn't that true? No, it's not. I made it up. Okay. Look at this guy. He can't help but feel every guy out. He loves his job. Sir, I got a handful of balls and no detonating device. What do you Pleasure. I never thought I had. Crazy what's happening in the world today. What a crazy world. Check this out. This is the world we're living in. You ready? Over the last couple of years, I'm going to start with something easy. We can work backwards. Ready? Okay, we had the Co-19. All right. That faded away. We've had assassination attempts on Trump. Now on Putin, possibly, right? Some other presidential candidates were murdered in another country. I don't know if it was Mexico or somewhere they were, right? So now forget it. Trump, he won the presidency in a landslide, allegedly. I'm not sure. I think everything's fake. I don't buy the numbers. I don't know if it was a landslide like they. I mean, he literally won everything like you wouldn't believe. It's crazy. It's like the blue people didn't even care. They just said, I can't vote for that. Right? They were the true Democratic side, really freaking saw the writing on the wall. Right? So this is crazy. Like, we've had so many weird things happen in this world. What else did we have? Anybody put something down on there. Anything weird? I can't remember. What else happened? The boats. Remember the ferries? They crashed into the bridges, right? We had bridges going down at one time. And then what? Then the drones and the planes. Like, we had a month where maybe a couple months where planes were just falling out of the sky. Oh, then crashing into another plane. Like, what is going on? Boats crashing. And not only are they crashing into bridges, the bridges are collapsing because our infrastructure is that delicate. A boat at 5 miles per hour can destroy it, right? We just had that massive earthquake. We had hurricanes back to back within 14 days last year. Crazy. We had other hurricanes on crazy weather, right? Crazy weather. We had, what else? Anybody? Hawaii. Oh, the Hawaii fires. Oh. And then now the LA fires, right? Fire. Everywhere. What else? We had the fake alien invasion last May or January in Miami, right? We had the Peruvian attacking aliens, which one of the podcasters went out there and he said he couldn't find anything. He thought he would, but there was nothing. And then we've got the girl he's not real on the airplane. Remember that fairly attractive woman? Look, I'm telling you, all of the stuff that's been going on, minus, well, even the weather could be created. But I think a lot of this stuff is, okay, the alien in the backyard in Vegas. I think that whole thing was fake. I think it was, I don't know. I want to say George Knapp was involved with Jeremy Corbell because he held on to the story for a month and he waited the day before David Grush went and did his congressional hearing. Remember? It's all planned. Everything is put out in a certain way. They want a reaction. It's almost, well, a psyop. Maybe. Sure feels like it, because that's what I think. I think it all, like, how many psyops are there? They're going to keep going until they find one that really works, right? They're going to find one, and then they're going to come back a couple of years later. I think that's what we're going to see with this drone invasion. And maybe next year, whenever we least expect it, let's say that. They're going to fly with impunity. And get this, I don't think the drone incursion is going to stop. I think what's going to happen is they're going to come in like a dozen one night and then 2 dozen the next. And there's going to be thousands, I believe. And they're going to be surrounding in installations slowly. And we're going to know within 2 days, this isn't right. What is going on? People try shooting them down. Can't. Why? Hologram? Can't hear them. Hologram? Could be. Could be the false flag alien invasion we've been waiting for. That's going to bring the world together. It really will. Something like that's got to happen. Especially with the way the war is going on in Ukraine, Russia. Like, all of this tension is going to be just ripped apart, and everybody's going to forget about it to save each other from the false flag alien invasion. Maybe? Maybe. I don't know. Seems fun, though. I love this. Ryan Graves, you remember, he saw them every day for 2 years, him and his flyboys. Every day for 2 years? Yeah. Ryan Graves recently received a report from a 737 coming within 500 feet of a UFO at 15,000 feet while climbing to nose 108 degrees out with blue lights on its apexes with a purple light in its center and was bigger than the aircraft, he said. Well, in the report, the pilot. It was witnessed by a pilot and a co-pilot. Let me see if they have a video thing here. It's taking its time. I forgot. Slow. Oh, there is a little bit of a video. Dick Hans? The guy's name is... Why do I know this name? The whole name, Dick Hines. Dick Hind? He's the kind of guy you like to have on your side. Or he's the kind of guy you like to have on ufology. That's horrible. Don't do that again. Okay. Oh, I don't know if the volume's done.
Perfectly recently, but yeah, I mean, 77 coming within 500 of a black triangle at about 15,000 feet as they were climbing. Nose 180 degrees out.
Bullshit.
Both pilot and the co-pilot saw it. Air traffic control had nothing on their radar. Described it the same. Centralized, glowing blue light on the apexes of the triangle, as well as one in the center that was more purple. About 200 yards per edge. I mean, bigger than the 737. 500 feet is very close. That's basically a merge, in a jet with another jet, set up a dogfight. So they were pretty shooken up by that event, as you can imagine. And this was actually the pilot that drug tested himself after the flight to kind of deal with what he was seeing. And just recently we had a report of a relatively near miss with the black triangle as well, about 800 feet. Somewhere else, and there's another one that just popped up with a object that came within about 3,000 feet of a commercial airliner. I mean, there's so many. It's just hard to even just highlight one or two that are most influential, and it happens so repeatedly and consistently. It's it's hard to ignore.
God, he is an exciting talker, isn't he? Yeah, because they got them out there and everybody can see it. So, there's just not much really we can do. And if anybody can see anything, they would let us know. And then I just wanted to say that there are some things out there that we can't explain. And sometimes I see things and it's like, I just don't even know it. Know what I mean? That's what just happened when I was listening to him. I lost interest halfway through. What did he say? Nathan from the Quantum Show, throwing it down. Thank you. I forgot that we did have a goal if we get 10 of them. Do a special show, but I don't think that's going to happen. But thank you, Nathan. Continuing support of GUFON. For life. Forever. Oh, my nose feels like there's a very, very thick one in there. Oh, I forgot. Nathan. I brought it back just for you. Hi, Alan. GUFON. Check it. People. For the week, hopefully. Maybe I can go tomorrow. You know? There we go. Hey, look, it's working. See it? Bob Marley. I don't mind having that there, do you? At least I can see. Well, I get to see you guys anyway in the chat. I have my own chat room. Right there, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Thanks, Nathan. See, now I can see it. I can see you guys. All right, we're going to go then. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging. And, like I was saying, we'll be back tomorrow with the member show. Tonight in 2 hours, at 10 o'clock Eastern, Rich Saves America doing a live show. It's going to be a good one. So come visit us over there. We're kicking ass. The last video, it got over 11,000 views, and this new one's doing good. So things are looking good. So, it is what it is. We'll be back tomorrow night about 7 o'clock for the members. Sounds good. All right. Be safe out there, everybody. It's a young